Hello guys, Evans here, and welcome to this continuation of the video in the series of the 2017 May-June IGCSE ICT papers. We're looking at paper 2.1, and in the last video we ended on step number 4, step number 3, and in this video we're supposed to start with step number 4. Okay, so step number 4 says apply the TSS title style to the title Samara Tawara Summer Schools at the start of the document. Okay, so let's apply the title style. So just go at the start of the document. So first of all, let me just delete the space that I created at the bottom of the document and go to the start of the document and set it as title. Okay, next you are going to below the title add the subtitle produced by, and then your name. Okay, so below the subtitle I'm just going to create some space here and type something produced by, and then Chikasa Evans. Okay, step number 6, apply the TSS subtitle style to this text. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So subtitle is this one, and apply it there. Next step, apply the TSS body style to the rest of the document. Okay, so the rest of the document starts from here. So hold shift key on your keyboard and go to the end of the document. Okay, so press page down on your keyboard whilst holding shift key, and you select the entire text. Okay, so the text has been selected and we apply body. Now take note, when you apply body, make sure that you scan through the entire text to make sure that every aspect of the document body style has been applied. And take note that this paragraph, all summer school teaching is in English. It is actually not bearing the format for the other text. So just click on TSS body again, and just confirm that all text the style body the body style has actually been applied. Okay, that should be fine. Next step, change the page layout so that the subheading international community and all following text is displayed in 2 columns of equal width of 1 centimeter space between them. Okay, so from the subheading international community and the consequent text, we're supposed to split them into 2 columns of equal width of 1 centimeter space between them. So let's look for international community, which is just from here. So select the entire text all the way to the last part, or to the last text, last paragraph. Select it, go to layout, columns, more columns, select 2 columns, and spacing supposed to be 1 centimeter space. Okay, so that should be perfectly fine. Okay, so the next step is supposed to be step number 9. Identify the 8 subheadings in the document and apply the TSS subhead style to each one. Okay, so there should be 8 of them. So let's go ahead and look at some of them. So you tell that this is subheading because it will be the only phrase or text that is isolated. Okay, so this one here, international community, hold control on your keyboard and double click on programs, double click on resources, also double click on accommodation, double click on entertainment and exertions, language requirement, double click there as well. And lastly, let me just see, let's find out first of all how many are these supposed to be. There's supposed to be 8 subheadings. Okay, let me see how many we have selected so far. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 2 more, 7 and 8. Okay, so these are the text. So we need to apply, so go to home, we need to apply the subhead style. Okay, next, insert a row after history in the table and enter the following details into this row. Okay, so you're going to insert this row in the table. Okay, so where is the table? The table is this one. So after the last row, which is history, insert a row after history in the table. So where is history is this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to make the table grid lines visible. Okay, the table borders visible, so that I can see where the demarcations for each cell is. Okay, if the question doesn't require you to put the borders, then what you can do is, after you enable the borders, you're supposed to disable them again. So just say all borders, and you see that all borders are going to be visible. Okay, so what you're going to do now is to insert a row just after history. Okay, so here you're going to right click and insert row below. Okay, or row above, since it's studies we've selected. So row above, and you notice that the row comes just between history and medical. I don't know if it's supposed to be medical or medieval studies. Okay, so the data that we're supposed to insert or to put in here is actually literature, and it's supposed to be 1120 pounds and 705 pounds. Okay, so literature, here we're supposed to put literature, and we're going to put 1120 pounds and also 705 pounds. Okay, next step number 11, format the first row of the table to be bold and italic. Okay, let's go and do that. So the first row of the table is this one. Okay, so the first row is supposed to be bold and italic. First of all, before we even do that, let me just verify the other attributes. It's supposed to be center aligned over 3 columns and should be shaded with a light gray background of 20 to 40%. Okay, so if it's supposed to be distributed over 3 columns, then you're supposed to merge the 3 cells. Okay, so select the 3 cells and merge them. So where is cell merging? For some reason it's not selecting what I wanted to select. Okay, it's merge cells, and make sure that it is center aligned over 3 columns, and it's supposed to be bold and italic. Okay, so make it bold and italic. Okay, and that should be fine. Next step, make sure that the table fits within the column width. Okay, and also the TSS table style is applied to rows 2 to 8 of the table, and all text in column 1 displays on one line. Okay, so let's go back here first of all and change some of the properties. We need to apply from row 2 to the last row. We need to apply the table style. Okay, and we need to make sure that the other thing we need to do is that we need to make sure that all text in column 1 is displayed on one line, and also we need to make sure that the internal and external grid lines are displayed when printed. So we've already added these borders. Like I said in the first place, we've already added the borders just for the sake of being able to see what we are adding. Okay, so to make sure that the column 1 in question is this one, so to make sure that all text in column 1 is visible, just is on one line, just double click on this part. Okay, so then double click there just to make sure that this is fully in one line, so everything else is in one line. So the other thing that we're going to do is to let me just undo this a bit. Okay, and just make sure that the table is within the margins, as you can see, and then I'm going to drag this this side. Okay, drag it a little bit more, Okay, so we have that, and then I'll resize the other part. This one, just drag it this side a bit and drag this one a bit. I hope it fits the okay, so let's go to the question once more. We've answered this part, but take notice that there is wrapping in this column, so we need to make sure that this one is not wrapping. Just enlarge it a little bit. Okay, so that should be fine, except that the text continues on this one. Let's check again the property of the table. The table fits within the column width. Okay, and okay, let's see if we can try to enlarge this a little bit more. It should be within the column width as it is. It should be fine, but I'm not happy the fact that this one is actually displayed, weeks is displayed, the S is displayed on another line. Okay, so okay, that shouldn't be good. Okay, that shouldn't be good. That shouldn't be good. Okay, that shouldn't be good. Okay, we'll come back to this section. We'll come back to this section so that this table is actually fitting in one line. Okay, this one. But for now, it's not really important. We can also make sure that the text is wrapping around. So that also is going to be something that you will have to look at. Okay, so make sure that text box option, text wrap, date wrap, nothing. Okay, we'll come back to this, and I'll show you a way that we can work around this. Okay, so next step, we are supposed to do step number 13. So let me see how much time that we've used in this video, so that we don't spend so much time. 12 minutes, that should be a lot of time. In the next video, we're going to do step number 13. Remember, when we come to do the formatting of this document, then we'll come back to step number 12. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll meet with you in the next video shortly.